persuasion and influence. My words inspire excitement and action, leading my guests toward the best decision. I create a natural flow that makes the decision easy and obvious for my guests. My energy and enthusiasm make my offer irresistible. I frame my opportunity in a way that makes it feel like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. I help my guests visualize the value of their getaway before they even book. I highlight benefits in a way that makes my guests feel like they'd be missing out if they waited. I make my guests feel smart and confident about saying yes today. I turn uncertainty into excitement by emphasizing the flexibility and perks of the offer. I lead my guests to their own aha moment where booking feels like the only right choice. I speak with confidence, making it easy for my guests to trust my guidance. Tips: focus on how the offer benefits them personally, family time, adventure, relaxation, etc. Use phrases like "imagine yourself there" or "picture this" to make it real for them. Keep an upbeat, positive tone. Energy is contagious. 2. Active listening and understanding desires. I ask the right questions to uncover what truly excites my guests about travel. I pay close attention to details so I can tailor my offer to their needs. I repeat keywords my guest uses to show I understand their dream vacation. I listen beyond their words, understanding their emotions and motivations. I confirm their interests before making my recommendation. I adapt my approach based on what my guests value most, whether it's relaxation, adventure, or family time. I make my guests feel heard and valued, creating a connection right away. I let them talk about their dream vacation, then connect my offer directly to what excites them. I use silence strategically, giving my guests space to express themselves. I remember details they share and bring them up later to reinforce my offer. Tips: ask open-ended questions. What's your idea of the perfect vacation? Mirror their words and emotions to build rapport. Nod or make verbal acknowledgments, even on the phone, to keep them engaged. 3. Seeing every call as an opportunity. Every call is a fresh chance to help someone create lifelong memories. I approach each conversation with enthusiasm, knowing I have something great to offer. I treat each guest as unique, tailoring my approach to their needs. I know that today's no might turn into tomorrow's yes. I view every conversation as a learning experience to sharpen my skills. I bring positive energy into every call, no matter what happened before. I recognize that some guests may not realize the value yet, but I help them see it. I see objections as opportunities to guide my guests toward a decision. I stay open-minded, ready to turn even skeptical guests into happy travelers. I remind myself that I may be the reason someone takes their dream vacation. Tips: reset mentally between calls, bring fresh energy every time. Find motivation in guest stories, travel is life-changing. Keep a next call, next opportunity mindset. 4. Confidence in engagement. I believe in my offer and speak about it with certainty. My energy naturally draws people in and keeps them engaged. I communicate with enthusiasm and conviction, making my words compelling. I smile when I speak, and my guests can hear it in my voice. I maintain an upbeat, positive tone from start to finish. I sound like a trusted advisor, not just a salesperson. I avoid filler words and speak with purpose and clarity. I keep my pace natural, not too fast, not too slow, to maintain control. I use storytelling to make my offer feel real and exciting. My passion for travel makes guests eager to book their next adventure. Tips: stand or sit up straight, body posture affects voice energy. Record yourself and listen for confidence gaps. Use pauses strategically for impact. 5. Painting a vivid picture of the getaway. I help my guest visualize their dream vacation with rich, engaging details. I describe the sounds, sights, and feelings of their getaway to make it real. I use storytelling to transport my guests into the experience before they even book. I personalize the description based on what excites them most. I create anticipation by highlighting the special moments they'll enjoy. I make my guest feel like they're already on vacation before they even confirm. I use excitement in my voice to bring the experience to life. I reference specific activities that match their interests: golf, spas, theme parks, nightlife. I frame it as more than a vacation, it's an opportunity to create lifelong memories. I make the offer feel exclusive and special, adding to the excitement. Tips: use sensory words, feel the ocean breeze, taste the gourmet dining, picture yourself unwinding at the spa. Make it personal, tie it to their interests. Match their energy, if they're excited, amplify it. 6. Guiding guests toward the best decision. I make it easy for my guests to see why saying yes today is the right move. I remove hesitation by focusing on the ease and flexibility of booking now. I position the offer as a rare and valuable opportunity they don't want to miss. I reassure them that they have plenty of time to plan their trip. I show how booking now gives them peace of mind. I remind them that waiting could mean missing out on the best availability. I use their own words to confirm why this trip is perfect for them. I create a sense of exclusivity. This is a members-only privilege. I eliminate risk by emphasizing the benefits of early booking. I guide them through the process so it feels simple and stress-free. Tips: use phrases like "this makes perfect sense for you because." Confirm and close. Let's get this taken care of so you can start planning. Keep it light and positive. Booking should feel exciting. 7. Building instant rapport. I find common ground to create a natural, comfortable conversation. I mirror my guests' tone and energy to build connection. I use their name frequently to make the conversation more personal. I listen actively and respond thoughtfully. I match their pace. Some guests love details, others want quick info. I create a friendly, relaxed vibe so they feel at ease. I inject humor when appropriate to build trust and engagement. I acknowledge their travel preferences and make them feel understood. I reinforce their great decision-making to build confidence in booking. I stay warm and conversational, never robotic or pushy. Tips: start with an open, welcoming tone. Hey, name, how's your day going? Repeat keywords they use. This builds connection. Find a personal touch. If they love the beach, highlight that part of the trip. 8. Handling objections smoothly and confidently. I treat objections as normal and expected, staying confident and calm. I acknowledge concerns before offering a reassuring response. I reframe hesitation as an opportunity to provide more value. I use positive language to redirect the conversation. I validate their concern, then focus on why this still makes sense for them. I remind them of their hot buttons and why this trip is perfect. I stay patient and never get defensive. Every hesitation is a chance to reassure. I use social proof. So many of our members felt the same way, and here's what they loved. I simplify their decision. There's no risk in locking it in today. I keep it light. Objections aren't roadblocks, just part of the conversation. Tips: have go-to responses for common objections. Keep your tone upbeat and confident. Avoid but, instead, use "I understand, and that's why this is such a great option for you." 9. Staying patient and in control of the conversation. I keep the conversation flowing smoothly by maintaining a confident pace. I avoid getting sidetracked and gently steer my guest back to the offer. I stay patient, knowing that hesitation is part of the process. I stay in control without being pushy. My guest feels guided, not pressured. I manage pauses well, giving them space to process while keeping momentum. I remain unshaken by objections and guide them toward a confident decision. I don't let distractions derail the conversation. I bring it back to their excitement. I recognize when to slow down or speed up based on their engagement. I confidently take the lead, making the process easy for them. I maintain a friendly yet professional tone throughout. Tips: keep control with phrases like "That's a great question." Here's what makes this offer so special. Avoid long pauses after asking for the sale. Stay in control. Gently bring them back on track if they go off topic. 10. Staying calm and focused under pressure. I never take objections personally. I stay professional and focused. I breathe and reset if a call gets tough, keeping my mindset strong. I respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. I maintain my confidence no matter how the guest responds. I stay focused on the goal of helping my guests make the best decision. I don't let distractions or negative energy affect my performance. I remind myself that every no gets me closer to a yes. I reframe difficult calls as learning experiences. I reset my energy between calls to stay fresh and motivated. I believe in my ability to turn any conversation into a great one. Tips: if a call gets tough, take a deep breath before responding. Keep a post-call routine to reset. Stay in a solution-oriented mindset. There's always a way forward. 11. Mastering product knowledge and presentation. I know my offer inside and out, so I present it with clarity and excitement. I confidently answer questions and remove any doubts. I explain benefits in a way that resonates with my guests' interests. I use real examples to make my presentation feel personal and relatable. I highlight what makes our offer unique and valuable. I keep my explanation simple and engaging, no overwhelming details. I emphasize the perks that matter most to my guests. I stay updated on promotions and changes to keep my pitch fresh. I make my guests feel like an insiders with exclusive knowledge. I adjust my presentation based on my guests' responses. Tips: have a few go-to phrases that explain the offer clearly and confidently. Avoid industry jargon. Keep it conversational and relatable. Highlight unique features that set this offer apart from typical vacations. 12. Anticipating questions and building trust. I proactively answer common questions before they're even asked. I provide clear, confident responses that eliminate hesitation. I use real-life examples to show why this is a smart decision. I emphasize flexibility and ease to build comfort. I highlight how simple and hassle-free the booking process is. I reinforce that this is an exclusive offer not available to the general public. I assure my guests that they are making a great choice by locking this in now. I build credibility by referencing IHG's trusted reputation and benefits. I keep my tone professional yet warm, making my guest feel secure in their decision. I use transparency to create trust. No hidden fees, just an amazing deal. Tips: use phrases like "Many of our members ask about this, and here's why they love it." Be upfront but positive. You're under no obligation, just securing a great deal. If they ask about small fees, tie them to the big savings they're getting. keep urgency natural, never forced. We don't want you to miss out. I use scarcity. We only have a few spots left at this exclusive rate. I create excitement. Imagine having this trip secured, stress-free. I remove risk. You have 12 months to plan, so why wait? I position this as a one-time opportunity, not something they can always come back to. Tips: avoid pushy urgency. Instead, make them feel lucky to have this chance. Use FOMO, fear of missing out. I'd hate for you to lose this great rate. Tie urgency to their interests. If they love the beach, say, imagine your toes in the sand. You don't want to risk missing that. 14. Making the offer feel exclusive and valuable. I remind them that this is an IHG member-only offer. I highlight that this price is far below the market value. I make them feel special for being selected for this opportunity. I mention that only a limited group of members qualify. I compare this to the retail cost of similar vacations. I stress that booking today locks in their savings. I frame this as a reward for their loyalty and membership. I mention that this is not available online or in public promotions. I use the word exclusive often to reinforce the VIP nature. I make it sound like an insider's deal that only a select few know about. Tips: say you're one of the lucky few invited to this. Use specific numbers, e.g., this normally costs $700, but today it's just $299. Reinforce that they're getting more for less. 15. Showing the benefits of locking in today. I emphasize the flexibility, lock it in now, plan later. I remind them that securing today protects them from price increases. I point out that waiting means risking losing availability. I compare it to other purchases. Why wait if you know you want it? I stress that there's no downside, just the guarantee of a great deal. I highlight that booking now eliminates stress when planning later. I explain that this is a low-risk, high-reward opportunity. I use their own excitement to confirm their decision. You're already imagining the trip, let's make it real. I focus on the peace of mind. Wouldn't it feel great to have this set? I remind them that so many other members have already taken advantage of this. Tips: use phrases like, wouldn't it be great to have this locked in? Make it feel like a smart decision, not a pressured one. Tie it back to their hot buttons. Why wouldn't they secure it today? 16. Delivering a strong and engaging voice. My voice conveys confidence, warmth, and enthusiasm. I vary my tone to keep the conversation engaging. I emphasize keywords to create excitement. I pace myself, not too fast, not too slow. I avoid sounding scripted. Every call feels unique. I use pauses effectively to let key points sink in. I maintain a friendly, upbeat energy. I match the guest's pace and tone for connection. I smile while speaking. It naturally changes my tone. I ensure every call sounds fresh, not robotic. Tips: stand up or move while speaking. It improves energy. Record yourself and adjust weak areas. Make your tone match the vacation excitement. 17. Mastering conversation flow and call control. I smoothly transition between topics without awkward pauses. I lead the call with confidence, not hesitation. I acknowledge concerns, but always bring it back to the offer. I avoid going off topic. I keep the focus on booking. I use engaging questions to keep my guests involved. I guide the conversation in a natural, friendly way. I make sure they're never confused. I keep it clear and simple. I don't let long pauses kill momentum. I keep it engaging. I always have a strong closing statement. I end every call on a positive note. Tips: avoid long pauses, keep control. If they go off topic, steer them back with a question. Have smooth transitions between topics. 18. Deflecting distractions and staying on track. I gently redirect the conversation when distractions arise. I don't let outside noise or interruptions affect my delivery. I keep my focus locked on the guest's needs. I don't get rattled by guests multitasking. I bring them back in. I use questions to re-engage a distracted guest. I maintain my enthusiasm even if the guest isn't fully engaged. I repeat key benefits to keep their attention. I recognize when to push forward and when to slow down. I avoid getting derailed by negative energy. I stay professional no matter what happens. Tips: if they sound distracted, ask a question to re-engage them. Stay patient but persistent. 19. Guiding guests back to excitement. If the guest sounds unsure, I remind them of what excited them most. I bring the focus back to their dream trip. Let's picture you there. I use enthusiasm to rekindle their excitement. I reference their hot buttons to make it personal. I remind them of how easy and risk-free this is. I ask questions that make them visualize their getaway. I share success stories. Many of our members felt the same way, and they're so glad they booked. I make it about them, not the sale. You deserve this. I remind them that securing today locks in peace of mind. I avoid pressure and keep it fun, making them feel good about saying yes. Tips: if they hesitate, ask engaging questions. What's one thing you're most looking forward to? Use storytelling to reignite their interest. Keep the energy high. Enthusiasm is contagious. 20. Cultivating a winning mindset. I approach every call with confidence and optimism. I remind myself that every guest is a new opportunity. I bounce back quickly from objections and rejections. I take control of the conversation with poise and clarity. I stay motivated by focusing on helping people create amazing memories. I view challenges as opportunities to sharpen my skills. I celebrate small wins to stay engaged and positive. I believe in my ability to connect, inspire, and close with ease. I stay committed to improving, learning, and adapting. I know my success is inevitable because I show up and deliver every day. Tips: start each day with a winning affirmation, e.g., today, I connect, I close, I succeed. Focus on the big picture. Every call gets you closer to mastery. Confidence is key. If you believe in yourself, your guest will too.